So Donna,
Okay?
how are you?
Yeah.
It's a bit
Wonderful. How are you?
muffled. Yeah.
I
Sure.
thought I'd bring
At
some
12.
female energy to it. They say women talk too much. I have to disagree.
Nah.
Oh,
Yeah, we're running about, yeah, I don't know where we are.
I don't either. I don't even know what day it is.
I just ran in because I can't get this coffee machine to work to get my daughter to throw me out a cup of coffee. I need coffee. So Donna, since Jeremiah knows nothing about you and the other people on this and the people recording go to, so tell us about yourself, since I do know,
Well,
but I'm not going to tell.
my name is Donna Kennedy, and I'm a 3-time best-selling author. I'm a qualified psychologist, coach, business coach, counselor, and NLP practitioner. And most importantly, I guess I'm qualified by experience in life, and it's taught me really to be, I guess, Pat spoke earlier about relationships, and I consider myself a relationship expert in that I connect with people very well. So that would be my important skill. Although I have lots of qualifications, to me the real qualification is in the experience.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a guy here, P. Slattery, says I know her. So that Donna and Pat would know each other.
I'll tell you what you do. Yeah, you can knock him off now. See.
Will I block him? Will I?
Do.
Oh yeah. So Donna,
No,
one of the things I know you huh?
Yeah, go on.
We have a bit of a delay, so you're about 10 seconds delayed behind us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what I wanted to say was, I just think that this event is fantastic, and I hope that everybody on here is going to support it and donate. I will be doing a giveaway later, giving you something free for a donation to the thing. It's very close to my heart. My mum passed away from cancer in July, so it's really important, and I realise the importance of this. And anybody who's listening, please donate, because it is hugely important, and it will make a massive difference.
Yeah, anything at all. Anything at all. So Donna, you have written 3 bestseller books. So
I have. This is the latest one. This one.
Okay, your voice is way ahead of your screen. The screen's kind of frozen, so we're not seeing anything. Just to warn you. We're seeing you looking like you're about to fall asleep. Pat was in a much better area than you. Were you in the same place that Pat was? Because Pat's worked fine.
I'm in the exact same place. No, I'm in the exact same place. So I'm not sure.
He's got you rigged. He's doing it purposely to you.
Has, that's true.
Yeah, he's like cutting the internet line.
So just that, so Paul Manny was just previously on. Donna, Pat, and a guy called Gary McGowan, they organised the event that we all met at.
Oh.
So they're the reason we all got in this trouble.
Yeah, and look, and here am I on practically last. But then again, I have to come on and just make sure.
You're not practically last. There's another 9 people behind you yet.
Oh, Tony, I know. It's going to be another day by the time we finish.
It is another day here, and literally, my computer it's telling me it's going to turn off. No, you're not. Yeah, it is now another day. It is now 12 o'clock here. So Donna, tell us about how to create a book. Where would you start? How would you go about it? What would your first thoughts be?
I think the first thing is to understand the importance of having a book. I know earlier you spoke about a book, online, and I think for me the credibility that you can get from a book is second to none. And credibility really, puts you way ahead of anybody else in your industry. So it sets you apart and makes you the go-to expert, and that's the beauty of having a book. Also, it allows you to access a targeted audience, and an audience that is interested in what you do. So it creates that connection straight away, and it also shows your value, which is something that you very rarely get to do. It's like you're skipping a step, I guess, from a cold call. You're already in there, because people are picking up your book. They're interested. Whatever you say, you've got them. So I just think that having a book is essential to any business owner. And I do believe that you should have one in print, and also you can put any book in print, you can put it online, but a book in print gives you credibility. A published book gives you credibility. So everyone should have a book, and the amount of advertising that you get from a book is just incredible. It's advertising that you couldn't even pay for. I'm on papers, radio interviews, every second day, and it's just, I pay for none of them.
Wow.
So having a book is definitely something that people need to consider. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, okay.
basically what you're telling me is that the credibility of being an author is huge.
It's massive, and it gives you visibility that you couldn't get anywhere else, because people are talking about you. They're doing the selling for you. I mean, you've got people, even if you look at social media, you put up one post, it goes everywhere else. People give you testimonials. People are searching for you. They put in terms, your book shows up. This is, I mean, it's advertising. As I said, you can pay for it, and you have to do very little work for it after it's actually created. That said, any book that you write, you should consider it part of your business. And as with anything with your business, you wouldn't leave it in the hand of a publisher or anybody else to advertise for you. You take control of it from a promotional point of view, and make sure that you get that book out there so that everybody sees it. That's essential, that you make sure that this is your business, your book is your business. And it creates the great thing about a book as well is it creates the trust factor. And Jason spoke earlier about likability, and it also gives that. And when you write a book, you're showing people your value straight away, so they're much more likely to look for your service as opposed to somebody else in the exact same industry, because see you as the expert. And that is just huge.
Yeah, it's humongous. A good friend of mine, which Tony, you're about to meet hopefully soon. We are in the process. I can't talk too much about it, but we're in the process of launching a book through the traditional means, like through a traditional publishing deal and all this kind of stuff at the South by Southwest event in Austin, Texas this coming month. It's my first time ever being involved with something like this, so I'm pretty excited.
Well, you'll see the difference that it makes, and you can put that book online and you can do sections of it. You can give parts of it away as an ebook, whatever way you like. Once it's in print, and self-publishing is very easy to do in this day and age. Obviously, having a publisher behind you gives you extra credibility, but just to have that book in print is really important. I think everybody, as I said, everybody should have it. And it's also, Mitchell mentioned it's a business card. Well, it is actually a business card on steroids. If you give somebody a book at an event, a networking event, as opposed to a business card, people won't throw a business card or a book in the bin, but they may throw a business card in the bin.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's so it's
That's an interesting point. The book kind of stays there forever, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does, and people may read it.
Just look at here.
Recommend it, Well, actually, it's interesting. I can't remember. I think it was Paul who said, shelf development. Well, the reason I wrote this particular book that I've written, The Confidence to Succeed, is simply because it shows people the how. And I think a lot of self-development books, they're great, but they don't actually give people the how or the confidence to succeed. And that's why I felt there was a huge need for it. As I say, Pat is fantastic at building relationships and building business, and he's an expert connector. He's a genius at what he does. And I feel that there's a massive need for. I mean, he love hearing this, but I'm just speaking the truth. But and having a mentor, having a coach, having somebody who's been there and done that, it's just. I mean, it's again, you can't pay for that. It's invaluable. It's invaluable information. So, I recommend two things: that everybody gets a book behind them, and also that everybody gets a coach behind them, a good one.
And what would be the 3 mistakes, Donna, you would say writing a book?
Well, firstly, I would say that people don't identify their objective. When you're writing a book, before you even write anything, you should know exactly why you're writing it. Who are your market? How do you intend to get to that market? People don't have a sales strategy in place, so they assume that when they write the book, it will end up in everybody's hands and everyone will love it and rave about it. Well, there's books behind you there on the shelf, and they're written probably by people who didn't treat their book as a business. Your book is not meant to be on a shelf. Write it for yourself if you want, by all means. I mean, look, your objective could be anything from just simply having a message and wanting to get it to the world, or maybe just that you want to write a book and just to say you've written a book, or it may be to expand your business. Whatever, you're sure that your objective is in line with what you write about. And with that, a lot of people, just another mistake that people make is they don't identify a market, and they don't identify a niche or a niche, whatever part of the world you're from, within that market. And the important thing with any business is to find a gap and then find the need within that gap and fulfill it. So essentially, as an author, you become the solution to a problem and that your readers are having. And unless you can identify what that objective is, you're not going to satisfy the reader and they won't recommend your book. So that's the first thing people need to do, is to identify your objective, identify your market, and then you start writing your book, and you structure it before you write it. As in, before you put any content on it, you've got to structure your book so that your reader at the end of, when your reader picks up a book, or anybody even hears about a book, based on the title, they expect various different questions to be answered within that book. And that's when they feel satisfied that everything they assumed that topic would teach them, it has done. The only way you can do that is literally become a question and answer person. So you have to fulfill every need that that reader has. And that's when somebody says, that was a great read. They don't know why it was a great read, but any book that anyone has ever picked up, read a bit and left it down is because it was either too heavy, they didn't understand, or their questions weren't answered and they left something out. So if you can write a book in a very easy way, where you can talk to people and you're giving them valuable information in a way that they can receive and understand, and you're giving them the exact amount of information that they need, your book is a winner.
That is awesome.
Your aim,
very cool.
Your aim for a book should be just to make yourself feel wonderful and be an author. Your book is
because nobody cares, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Like our friend, I'm not sure if you know Matt Basak, but he just launched this book.
She brought him over to speak.
Yeah, and
the reason I met Matt.
Okay, so I had no idea what this was about, and I got it, and I thought, it's some kind of a sidekick. And then when I started to read through it, I noticed it was swipe files for emails and headlines and things like this. And I thought, hey, this is pretty cool. So this one sits to my right on my desk next to my some of my others, like my Dan Kennedy books and things like that I can use and reference. So I don't know if that's the same for everyone, but I love my reference books that I can keep over here on my desk. So when I'm working, I get an idea and then I can reference it. And then I want to share that book with everyone I know, especially if I test one little thing and it works for me. And those books, some of them are good. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
A book is essentially a vehicle for sending information to somebody. That's all it is. And your information has to be quality information within that book. And if it's not, you'll lose your reader. And essentially, you'll lose a customer and 10 after them. So you need to have quality information that people can use. And the best information for anybody who's writing a book, of a non-fiction book, the best information is a how-to. So to give people the steps that they need to, solve their problem, but show them how to do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
People worry about giving away their information in a book. This at the end of the day, if people fall in love with you because of a book, they want to buy anything that you have to offer. And people come looking for you. You don't actually need to go looking for them. And that's the beauty of it. But after this book, I've had people contact me, when is your course? Are you doing a course in this, etc., etc. I didn't even have to go out and find those people.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Book, they read it. So I suggest everyone writes a book. And it's just important to write it the correct way.
Okay, I'll be back. I'm going to go write my book.
I thought you were going to say you're going to the bathroom.
No.
You have kidneys to steal, but not like me. I'm old.
Well, the one thing as well with the book, it creates trust. And that's huge as well in any Pat's book about relationships. So in a relationship, there has to be trust.
Yeah.
And it gets to that instantly because they see you as an expert, they see you as a professional. And by the way, you don't have to know everything to write a book. As long as you know more about something than another person, you're qualified to book.
That is so... I don't know if it's true for everyone, but I definitely believe in this because I feel it. Like with Dan Kennedy, for example, I have a few of these lower cost books. I've tested a few things, and I can say some of the things I've tested have made our business probably over $1 million just from one little thing change. And then I said, oh my gosh, if that's that good, imagine what if I bought all the other products and the other things that are being shared. And then I start looking like, okay, this is in the bookstore, but what do they have online? What kind of training do they have? Do they have any seminars coming up? And that's how I would think is, well, if that's that good and it helped our business that well, I can only imagine what like maybe an in-person event or a phone consultation or something like that could do for us.
So Donna, the last question, because I'm...
Sorry,
I'll finish what you're going to say.
You're all right. Go on. Yeah.
So, because I'm conscious it is now 10 past 12.
Yeah.
You're still conscious?
I'm not conscious. I've been asleep the last hour and a half.
What I'd like to do for you guys is for anybody on this, as I said, it's a very close to my heart reason that you're doing this. So for the first person who emails me, they get a copy of that book, The Confidence to Succeed. It literally is the how-to give you the confidence and the strategies to achieve anything that you want to achieve. That's The Confidence to Succeed.
Brilliant.
And also, for the first person who donates, you just email me at info@kennedy.com. Just
so put that in the chat.
Yeah, info. Oh, it's not going in. I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, so info.
Info@donnakennedy.com. You could type that in. That'd be great.
That's grand.
And also for the first person who donates 100. Did you?
Oh, Pat put it in as well.
For the first, he did, but he spelled my name wrong. So there's one G, not two.
Oh, there may be trouble ahead.
Anyway, what I also want to do is for the first person who donates $100, I'm going to give them an opportunity to do my course for free. And you have the option either the Confidence to Succeed course, which means that I will teach you in person in a small group setting. You can look at it on my Facebook and stuff for testimonials and to see what it's about. Or you could do the Write Your Bestseller course, where I literally take you through everything to do with writing a book, and I actually do with you the manuscript with you. So at the end of it, you have 80% of your manuscript written, done, and all you have to do is add content. Loads of testimonials there from the book course point of view, from experts, also published authors.
Donna, I can vote.
And
I've read the books. The books are superb. As soon as I get a bit of free time, I'm going to plan to do the program as well. That's not just saying. I don't say things like that often. Donna really knows her stuff, and that is a fantastic prize, Donna. Thanks.
For anybody who does it, just so first person. Obviously, I can't take any more than one because I have other people on the course. So first person, donate $100, and if you can just shoot me over whoever that is, and if you're from overseas, you're welcome to come to Ireland, because I do teach it in person, and I believe that online stuff is fantastic. But for this specific thing that I'm doing, as I said, it's a how-to, and I need to work with you in person because there's exercises involved and I need to keep you on track and that kind of thing. So you're welcome to come to Ireland if you're not from Ireland. If you are from Ireland, great. But $100 is for the first person. And email info@donnakennedy.com for a copy of the book, Confidence to Succeed.
Excellent.
Oh, this
Donna,
is awesome.
You're brilliant. Thanks, sweetheart.
Thank you.
And stop being nice to Pat, will you?
I might. I'll think about it.
I'm watching the donation page to see who is the lucky winner here. We'll see.
Great.
Come on, guys. Great prize. Cool.